I've been working primarily in a male-dominated industry, technology, manufacturing, and I think it was interesting for me that if you didn't try to fit in as much, you added more value. And you had to prove originally that you had thoughts that were helpful, insightful, but it was because it was different and diverse and from a different perspective. That's where I got to grow my value.
I've always been really into engineering. My dad's an engineer, and he's always encouraged me to kind of look into things and how they work and why they work, and always ask those questions.
I started off as an electrical engineer in the Royal Navy. I was one of the first ever female engineers to go to sea. Let's just say I have extensive experience as a female in an engineering environment.
I've been in manufacturing for a while, so it's a very male-dominated profession. So I like being able to hold my own and being able to be viewed as a trusted advisor, or to have influence in things, or be sought out for how to improve processes. So,
yes, women always have been a minority with the technical background that I've had, and I'm not quite sure why.
More women should consider the manufacturing industry. It's something that I stumbled upon, and I'm so happy that I did, because you can either go the sales route or the operational route, and even between those two routes, there's like so many things that you can do.
And this is, I think, the first organization I've been with where I don't feel like being a woman is a conscious issue.
I'm the only lead woman out of 6 men. Yep, out of 6 men that are lead there. So yeah, it's a challenge.
I think strengths that women have out there on the floor, it's being more organized, and we tend to work faster. It keeps a busy environment if there's women there.
I think it's really important for organizations to reinforce women and recognize those that have excelled in technology. That keeps it coming, giving forward, overcoming that traditional glass ceiling if it's there, or just barriers to entry, knowing that they may have had to work a little harder to get in that space is a commendable achievement, and we need to reinforce that and recognize it.
The real experience that a lot of women have has to do with the multifaceted jobs that they have, and that they have to be very detailed in every one of them to plan it, to make it happen.
We bring diversity. We bring different approaches, different ways to look at things. Sometimes females can bring perhaps maybe a softness to a harder environment, but I think wherever there's diversity, there's innovation and growth.
I think women can adapt to their audience very well and wear multiple hats, change that according to what the situation desires.
If you can get past the initial distrust, the initial double checking of your work or questioning your decisions, and get to a point where you are surrounded by people that know and trust you as a good engineer, being a female engineer is no different than being a male.
Look at the skills that you have to do every day in your own personal household. And that's what programming is. That's what project development is. That's all of that is a piece of what we can do.
I love it because women are more wanting to challenge and to learn and build, and their instructions of the detailed work is so much better.
I'm also really big on having everyone around me understand the big picture. Like, if we're all gonna work towards something, then we all need to understand what that something is. And so I like to paint a picture of what we're doing, how we're gonna do it, and why.
When I look back at my career, I do recall times when I was forced into a stereotype as a woman in a situation, and what I found is I reacted a lot less. I could take the emotion out of situations and was able to overcome that stereotype, where others may have pointed the finger or complained about lack of resources. I find women are just as resourceful, if not more, given challenges in the workplace.
There's been examples in Subzero of women that have really pushed through. And one that comes to mind too is our SAE. She started, I think, as a drafter a year ago. She became so intricate in the details and the N4, and she was out there doing inventory when nobody even knew it needed to be done. She took the initiative to do that. And now she's a highly respected sales application engineer.
One success story I believe we've had at Senneca is building confidence. I think of one young female in particular who had never been in the role before, but saw the energy, the passion, just not the confidence. So we worked with her, advised her, helped build her confidence. She's been in the role for 2 years now. She's loving it. And I see her giving back to others as well, making the case, advocating for other women in the industry.
Sometimes we need very little to keep us going, you know, and just having someone really believe in you, believe in your talents, believe what you're bringing, and also really like be an ambassador of those women. When they do a good job, make sure you let everyone know how good a job they did.
Mentorship helped me get through different levels in different industries, and I found it very important to build those relationships and trust early on in my career. Now that I have exceeded to a leadership level, I do see it as my role to look out for other females in the industry that may not have had the same opportunities that I did or the invitations. So I cherish the time and look for that potential in young females so that I can help in any way grow their careers.
One of the best things about tech is that you can start children early. Getting women into STEM and getting them comfortable with computers and science and asking those questions makes a huge difference in how comfortable they are within the environment. This can help counteract other biases that can happen as a woman in engineering. If you are more comfortable in the field, you're more likely to stay within the field, even as challenges arise.
I actually feel very determined to support the women here because I didn't have it. So I think I make extra effort actually with the females to make sure they know that I'm around and I'm here to support them.
When they do voice their opinion, they're being aggressive. When if a man does it, that's not aggressive. And it's, you know, I find that having a conversation with them and explaining, look, you can be dominant without being rude or without being aggressive in that way. And it's the way you build that partnership. So I think as a leader, that's your job, is to empower those people and give them the same opportunities to step out on the plank and take a leap and be there to catch them, you know, if they fall, or praise them if they do well and help guide them through.
Female mentorship is super important within the manufacturing industry. That's probably why I want to stay in it, or part of the reason why I want to stay in it so much is because even in the short time that I've been in it, more and more women have joined. And just like I have people like Jane or Patty kind of helping me gain my footing, I want to help other ladies in the industry as well.
And I also think I've worked in places where we have a Women in Technology mentorship program, where the senior leaders that are females are paired up with the younger females that want to advance and really coach them.
Having a female mentor in our industry, it really helps you feel a little more welcome and at home in a field you might not have originally chosen for yourself. I always expected I would go into administration or something, and I've turned out to really love manufacturing and supply chain in particular. Never would have guessed that for myself.
Yeah, I don't know, I just think it's a lot more fun when there's women in the room.
I think if they're passionate about tech, they're going to do well in the technology industry. If at the core of who they are is a passion for tech, they're going to be okay.
As a female engineer, you tend to run into a lot of biases. It's unfortunate, and it's something that we can work to change. But the only way that we're ever going to be able to change that is to keep facing them and creating better environments in which those biases don't exist.
I don't think I've ever felt so empowered anywhere else like I have been here. I think now I see my career in manufacturing.
We prioritize at Senneca and Subzero an environment of respect for all perspectives. We miss out if we censor or shut down different voices and different opinions. The diversity of the perspective keeps us all growing and progressing, and that will differentiate us for success.
My name is Jane.
My name's Yvette /Shorty.
My name is Liz.
And my name is Alexa McFarland, and I'm proud to be a woman in manufacturing.
And I'm proud to be a woman in technology.
And I'm a woman that loves being in manufacturing.
And I'm super proud to be a woman in manufacturing.